Hey, good day everybody. It's Matt here from Matt Cars. So I am just checking out if this live is working. I'm not actually sure how to check it out, whether it's working. Got another phone here. I'll just see if it's on that. Right. Live. Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Yes, seems to be working. Right. Okay.
Hello.
Turn that on. Okay. Let's have a look what we got. I'm just going to do some carving today. I'm probably going to delete this video anyway. See what happens. Okay, so let me know if you're there. Let me know if you're there. Oh, hey, Jeff, how you going, bro? Let me know what the sound is like and all that. Oh, g'day, Mark. How's it going? It's sort of like off the cuff. I thought I'd try and give this live thing a go and maybe just sort of clean up one of these half-finished wood spirits. So, yeah, let me know if you can hear me okay. Oh, g'day, Patrick. How you going? So, yeah, so let me know if you can hear me. Sounds good. Okay. Now, I think if I turn on this Dremel, it's supposed to actually lower the sound on, it's supposed to like cancel the sound. So just let me know if it sounds really loud. Actually, let me know if you can hear me over the Dremel as well. So yeah, this is the one that I carved. Was I don't know if, I know some of you have seen it, but the Quetzal and the saber-tooth bears, I carved these two with those, and I thought I'd just go in and tidy up this one and just see how this live streaming works, and maybe I'll do some live streams in the future. Okay, Linda, how you going? So I'm just going to start carving, and just, you know, if you've got any questions, just yell out and I will answer them. Just playing around with a few things at the moment. Right, okay. It's hard to know where to start. Actually, what I might do, I've actually got two, I actually have got two Dremels, so I sort of like run them both at once. Well, not both at once, but I've got one here and one here, so I don't have to change the birds so often. So we'll just tidy up things a little bit on this one. The nose is a little bit wide at the moment, so what we'll do is we'll just... Okay, Rob, how you going? You inspired me the other day when you did your live. I thought, I should really do a live. Nothing like the pressure of carving live, you know. Can you guys actually hear me when the Dremel's going? Ah, is the Dremel really loud? I just wanted to know. And Rob, what time is it there in the where you live? I kind of feel like it should be like the middle of the night there. And so it is really loud. Okay. Can you hear me when I was talking, when the Dremel was going? Oh, wow. Rob, what are you doing up at that time? Scrolling on that phone. Wow, you guys are up late. I go to bed like at 9:30. Oh, okay, the Dremel was blocking me. Okay, so I'll just talk in between the Dremel parts. Stop the Dremel and I'll talk. I guess that's the way you do it. I could hear you, but the Dremel was giving you competition. Yeah, maybe I should speak up. This is why people take up knife carving, you know. Right, okay, so let's, well, I'm just going to carry on with the carving for a while and see how it goes. And just, I'll keep an eye on the comments, and if you've got any questions, I will answer those. Yeah. Oh, Linda, that bird there is just the Quetzal Fine Sphere bird, and that one is it's pretty small. It's the smallest one, but I love this one because it's sort of like it can do so much, you know. It's sort of like really good for shaping out these kind of areas. Geez, Rob, I think Margaret Thatcher slept like that. She didn't need much sleep either. Up until 2 or 3 and then back up at 7 a.m. Wow. Okay, so I've decided today what I'm going to do is I'll just show you how I put in these eye mounds and maybe just start the eye. But essentially what I do is I just make a sort of like a round here and get things sort of general in a good kind of shape and dimensions. And then we will put in the eyeballs. So I'm going to the Kutzall Fine Taper Burr now. So sometimes I reckon the hardest thing about eyes is getting them kind of like even to start off with. You can sort of like change them as you go along, but sort of the supposed thing is the distance in between the nose is supposed to be sort of like the same as an eyeball, which is about right. Probably a little bit too wide. I think some people may make their eyes a little bit too big. What we can do with this is we can sort of make these bottom bits into bags. Let's sort of keep on going here. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, so what I find with doing the nose, see, I'm getting sidetracked now. I'm going to start showing you how to do the nose. We haven't even finished the eyes. Is I will go over the nose like that to round it off. and then I'll round this part off down here and all that. It's really hard to actually, so like the camera is so close to this carving, but it's not really picking up the details. Like I'd have to actually look through the camera to carve. So that could be quite amusing. So like if you're worried about doing eyeballs, what you can do is get up to this stage and put a line down, a really strong line down here, and they look like closed eyes. Well, sleeping eyes. Or if your wood spirit's dead, you know. Right, okay. So I'm just going to carry on carving and we'll see how we go. Right. Right, how's that looking? So, oh, g'day Glenn, how you going? Just sort of pop on and sort of play around with this wood spirit a little bit. It's just a rough wood spirit. I'm not really too worried about what happens with it, but I thought I'd just try this live thing out and see how it goes. So what we can notice here is it's kind of quite thick in the bridge here. And so because we've been sort of like carving the nose like that, it's sort of going to stay thick there, because you don't want to carve it all the way down, because then you'll get rid of the nostrils. But now we've got to go in and remove this kind of stuff here. And we'll bring it out sort of like under the eye. So a good one for that is that little sphere burr. Okay, so I kind of think the nose is a little bit too short, so the only way we're going to lengthen that is not at this end, it's at this end. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it up about maybe to about there. We might take it back a little bit as well. So we'll just adjust all this in here. I don't think the proportions on this are great, but you know, we just work with what we got. Well, I've never had a Fordham, so I don't know if it would be quieter. That would be nice though, wouldn't it? Although I tend to just wear, it probably would be good for live streams, but I tend to just wear headphones, listen to a bit of music while I'm carving. Yeah, so maybe we'll just put the eyes in. How long have we been going for? 30 minutes. What? This is what happens is I get distracted and see I started working on the cheek and all of that kind of stuff. And it's sort of like when you start putting in the cheeks and then you sort of like take that part away, it starts sort of forming up. Whereas if it's like that, it kind of looks a little bit weird. It's always good to have a look at, oh, a Chinese knockoff. Yeah, it was a shock how quiet it is. Yeah, like that is with a Dremel. You do get a bit of, it's a bit annoying having that noise. Actually, what's noisier than the Dremel is, well, I've only got a shop vac, so when I turn that on, it's actually really noisy. What was I saying? So they were at about the same level, those two, when I started, so it's got up to this point now. So what shall we do? Gee, I'm no expert in eyes. Oh, g'day, Buster Sharp. Right. So, no expert. Yeah, so I'm no expert in eyes, and I tend to do the eyes different kind of every time, but generally I do them the same. And a lot of the time I'll have to repeat what I actually do, and just to get it right. But I tend to put in that line at the top first, then I'll put in the upper eyelid, maybe the lower eyelid. I wondered why everyone kept on buying those micromotors. Okay, so I'm only going to do one eye today. So do you Rob, do you mostly carve with your micromotor then? Ah, that's interesting. So Buster Sharp says, I find I'm more concerned with performance than quiet, but I don't make content with my tools. Just carve, Rob. Yes, I carve using Micromotor and knife, much more than my Dremel. Well, you see, I should bring out my knives. Actually, I have no idea what I'm doing with knives. I've got lots of knives, but that, I don't know, that doesn't stop anyone, though, does it? You know, just because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, most of the time I actually don't know what I'm doing. I just try and make it look like I know what I'm doing. I think that's the key to life. Nobody actually knows what they're doing, do they? Well, you kind of hope a brain surgeon probably would, but you know, it's not really that critical Dremel carving, so you don't really need to know what you're doing. Right, trying to find it. Yeah, Buster Schaffer, yeah, I know what you mean. I got a chainsaw and I thought about maybe I should do a chainsaw carving video, and then I thought, oh, just imagine all the people watching, they'd sort of probably chop off their arms because I'm sure I'd probably be doing it wrong. But anyway, yeah, just as long as you don't chop off an arm, I think doing all right. So Rob says he's very impressed with his Micromotor, but blocks out with the Dremel. So I'm taking it just has more power, but for the finer details, you can sort of use a Micromotor. Yeah, we're all learning at the same time. Yeah, we're all learning all the time, isn't it? Yeah. It's kind of fun though, isn't it? Sort of like if you knew it all, it would be pretty boring. Yeah, have to agree, Buster. Yeah, as long as you're not hurting anyone or yourself and doing it right. Oh, g'day, John. How you going? Did you check out that link to Carvatech over in Australia? I know I buy a lot of my tools from Carvatech in New Zealand, and they have quite a lot of power carving tools. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I've hurt myself a lot. Lots of laughs. Yeah. You're still alive though, Mark. Yeah, it's been a long time since I carved anything. I need to get back into it. Yeah. I think actually one of the reasons why I actually started a YouTube channel was so I carved each week, because I actually make sculptures in my other part of my job. And so this is really why I carve all of this kind of stuff, is to upskill myself. And I'm always trying to learn new things. Oh, g'day, Jim. How you going? Right, I better carry on with this eye. We've still got the motivation. I don't want this to go over an hour. Right, so that's the top lid in. I tend to put them in and then sort of like, we'll sort of adjust them. I think the eye's a little bit too long, but we can sort of put the lower lid in and then adjust it, because what you can do is you can just carve back into the eye and just continue until you get it right. Yeah, hey, thanks, Buster. Yeah, it's really nice if when people leave comments. I know you guys all do, and it does help me out, but it also encourages me as well. So, okay. So what I'm trying to do now is see where the eyeball is. So that's too oval, going like that. So the challenge now is to sort of like make it a little bit rounder. As you can sort of see in this one, just try and get the light right. Sort of the eye is really kind of like round like that, whereas this one, so I keep on repeating myself, is very oval. Looks like a football. Yeah, I haven't heard from Ben either regarding the chat. He's probably very, very busy. You know, he's got a lot of things going on. I'm sure it gets sorted out in the end. Right, yeah. Okay, so when you're carving these eyes, that top eyelid is supposed to be, probably not going to work out that well, but is supposed to be sort of like further out than the bottom eyelid. But we'll see how we go. Might put the bottom eyelid in, sort of going straight across and see what that looks like. What I don't like about carving on lives is I feel that added pressure, you know, people watching, you know. Notice like the camera on the live thing isn't that great either. It's sort of like when I make a YouTube video, I can get really close and still have the camera quite far away by using the zoom, but I can't use the zoom when I've got the live going. Where's changing burrs, you know? It's problem with it, like all these really fine details, you got to use really tiny burrs. I think sometimes, like, if you're watching this live, then you might realize how long a carving takes. Because, you know, when I sort of do the YouTube videos and edit them, I'll take all the boring bits out. You know, you don't see me changing the burrs and all that kind of stuff. Who needs to see that? But here you do. Yeah, so it's starting to take shape there. What I always notice is it looks really rough for a long time, and then it sort of goes through a period, like all your sculptures and carvings do, they look rough, and then we'll come to a point where it starts to look better. And you just got to sort of go through that part. Yeah, Mark, I'm still not really confident with eyes. I find they are really tricky. I think the problem is you spend so much time doing one and then you realize you've got to do the other one. You know, I should be doing them at the same time, but I sort of don't. I know that's not the way to do it, but I always tend to do one eye and then I'm happy with it and I'll go and do this eye. You get quite good at sort of like copying that eye to that point. Because actually a part of like, as one of my jobs that I do is I make wax, fix up waxworks that people get turned into bronzes, other artists, and the wax is sometimes not the best, so I'll have to re-sculpt other artists' work to look like their previous works and all of that kind of stuff. So I get sort of like quite a lot of practice at making something that I well, as in like I've never carved it before, but I'm just copying. So I sometimes get stuck in these things. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you gotta practice, and it doesn't come easy as well. You know, some people it's easier and some people it isn't. But you know, I always think, you know, we're all different abilities, but we all hold the same value. You know. So your carving is just as valuable as somebody else's. Right. Okay, so carry on with this eye. Touch up. Right, change this again. Yeah, I do have a bit of a hectic life, John. I do a lot of different things. I've always liked doing a lot of different things as well. I've never become like a master at one thing. Fire training's going well. I think, well, Mark will probably attest to this. We're probably going to have a hot summer coming up, although he may be in a wetter area, but like the area that I'm in is going to be very dry. And I take it you're in Australia too, so you guys get a lot of bushfires as well. I'm on the east coast, which is really prone to drought, so I'm doing a lot of training to get ready for summer, really. So we're going to see how that goes. Yeah, I've got a course in just first aid this first aid on the fire ground this weekend coming up. This is all volunteer work too. It's not like I'm a volunteer fireman. I haven't even been to a fire yet, to be honest. As soon as I joined, there was no fires. It must be a good luck charm or something. Oh, here it is. You must get, Mark, you must get a few fires on that sort of like those hills behind you, I'd say. Right. Might just put a pupil in here. Oh, so you don't get a lot of fires there, Mark. You probably get a little bit of rainfall on that side of the country. I think Mark's on the western side of the island, at the lower North Island. Oh, thanks, Jim. Yeah, I think we all learn off each other, eh? It's, you know, you're not going to go to university and learn anything about Dremel carving or any school. So I think Dremel carving is one of those things you learn by doing and maybe watching a few YouTube videos, and that's cool. I think it's so supportive because, you know, there's not many of us, really, to be honest. Okay, so that's kind of like the basic kind of eye. It's really hard to see, isn't it? Can you guys see that eye? I'm trying to adjust the light. Okay, so that's the light making that noise, not me or anything. Actually, I know what I'll do. Hang on a second. It's probably not going to work out at all. It's very bright. No, it's not going to happen, is it? It's very hard to get detail on these videos. Anyway, that's 1 hour. So I was only going to stay on for like 10 minutes. So what you can do also is if you only like carving one eye, you can always carve Odins for the rest of your life, or pirates. That's probably a good way to go, isn't it? So, hey, thanks everybody for tuning in, and I might do a live on another day as well and be a little bit more organised. My little dog's barking now, so I better go. Hey, take care everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.